Any updates to start off with?
What has gone on? I went to my first frat party yesterday.
How was that? What did you do there?
Um, we were there for like literally 15 minutes. But it was interesting, just to check it off. I never had any
Mhm.
interest in going, but there was a group of people going before going to
Mhm.
the gay bars after, so obviously I was like, okay,
Mhm.
yeah, like I'll go. And free alcohol, always a win.
Okay, slay,
Um
slay.
but basically just a basement full of people packed together.
Mhm.
Which is pretty much what you would expect, I guess. I don't know.
It was in a basement, just like how big was it?
Literally like a little basement of a townhouse, and there was like an outdoor area, just like a little patio,
Mhm.
that I did spend most of my time
Right.
on, but um will not be going back anytime soon for
Oh,
sure.
okay.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not good.
Well, not bad either. Like it was
It was fine.
I don't know. It was just people in a room. They had a DJ, but the DJ was just like, here's one song, stop the song, play the next song. Like, I don't know what the DJ was really,
There was like
you
no like transitions, no like remixes
not
going on.
not
Oh,
really. Which I mean,
oh.
okay, it's a frat party, so I'm not expecting a lot, I guess.
Hmm.
But anyway, so that happened, and I went mostly because one of my friends on the rugby team is an exchange
Hmm.
student from France, right? Like a graduate student. So
Uh-huh.
obviously she's never been to a frat party either. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, if you want to go, I'll go. And then she lost her passport within like the 30 minutes that we were there. So
Oh,
so
fuck.
we got in the Uber to go to the gay bar. We got all the way there with everybody else who was going. And then someone had posted it on like the public school Snapchat story for like all the class of
Uh-huh.
2027 or something. And they were like, Lucy, whoever you are, we have your passport. And it was a picture of my friend's passport picture. And I was like, what are the odds that this just happened? Like within the 10 seconds
Hmm.
that we were there. And so we had to go back. We did have to go back. And then yeah. Yeah.
Well, at least she got it back.
No, that was the important part. I was like, well, this is
Yeah.
good. Like they found
Hmm.
it, and the guy was messaging her on Instagram like, "Oh, we have
Hmm.
your passport. Like, are you coming to get it?" We were like
Uh-huh.
literally 30 minutes across town like, "Okay, let's
Hmm.
go back and get it." And then we got it.
Yay.
Yeah, but that was a little underwhelming other than that. Maybe negative. I don't know. Someone asked me, I told one of my roommates about this, and she was like, "Did you go in the bathrooms?" And I was like,
The
"Wait."
bathroom.
I just feel like so boring. Like, I really don't understand the lore, the frat party lore. Like, what's up with the bathroom? I don't know. We did go to the bathroom. There were like
Oh.
four people in the bathroom, peeing and whatnot, but there was nothing exciting about it or
I was about
interesting.
to ask what's special about the bathrooms.
Well, I was wondering the same. I
Oh.
don't know. I don't know. There
Oh.
was nothing. There really, but it could just be like my school has boring frats. Like they don't have like exciting, like, stellar bathrooms or something. I don't know. Or maybe
Mm-hmm.
they're supposed to be like dirty. That would make
Oh,
sense.
probably. It probably was supposed to be dirty because I feel
But
like
it
boy bathrooms are dirty.
it didn't even. It looked like a place that no one was living though. Like the basement where first of all it was just packed like square inches of
Hmm.
people. So you couldn't really see the place, but it just looked like
Right.
blank walls, blank everything, which makes sense. Like people are spilling shit, people are dancing on shit. Um, but my guess is it's just always empty, and so probably no one's using that bathroom. But it looked also empty as well, so I'm not really
Mm-hmm.
sure. But yeah, so I guess that was exciting. And then basically spent all of today baking, cooking, because it's like midterm week coming up, and so therefore I'm like
Mm-hmm.
really struggling,
Yes.
but I was like, you know what I'm gonna do instead of struggle? I'm gonna bake pumpkin cookies. And I did.
Oh,
And I did. And
slay.
pumpkin cookies
Did you?
and a loaf of banana bread and sesame tofu for everybody in the house and
Oh, sesame
white rice,
tofu.
broccoli, like the whole thing. So I spent about 4 hours today, like going to get groceries, cooking, and then doing my work. Um,
Mm-hmm.
no. And do I have a final project due tomorrow? Yeah, I do. I
Mm-hmm.
do.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's
it's just
fine.
one of those things. Is it midterms for you too, or no?
Yeah, it is. I have like two exams this week and an essay due, but I'm
Ooh,
supposed to go to it because I have a test Tuesday and a test Wednesday, but I'm supposed to go to a concert. I'm supposed to go see Ash Nico Tuesday night,
right.
but I might have to cancel because it's not looking well for me.
No.
But like, I mean, it's like, what
Wait, so
else am I to do?
is the exam Tuesday? Wait, what? Repeat the
I
exam
have an
test
exam
schedule.
Tuesday and one Wednesday.
Oof.
So there's like, because
Oof.
that, like, if it was just one Wednesday, I'd be like, okay, I'll just hardcore study Monday night, review Wednesday before. But I have to study hardcore tomorrow night for my exam on Tuesday.
Oof.
So
That's not looking good at all.
I know it's tragic.
Do you think the Wednesday one will be hard? Like maybe ooh.
Yeah, it's for my lab, and it's like we have a midterm and a final, and the midterm is notoriously like way harder than the final. So,
That's not okay, first of all, and second of all,
mhm.
that's pretty sad. I saw a dude the other day walking. Was just like, I don't even know where I was, but I saw a dude wearing an Ashniko like concert merch, whatever, because she played like last
Yeah,
week here. I was like, oh my god, like I
yeah.
almost stopped him and was like,
Like,
oh, it's so cool. But how
mhm.
was your how was your
It was so
experience?
good. Yeah, I went with my friend Alex, and it was their first concert, so it was like really fun for them. And it was like in
Oh
an
my
outdoor
god.
amphitheater. And I this time didn't have a hetero couple making out in front of me, but I had
Oh,
a lesbian couple making out, completely holding on to each other, like for every song. And they left halfway through, but I was like, you guys are pissing me off right now. You're being
wait.
so annoying.
What the fuck? Like
I know.
you couldn't wait until the Hosier concert was over to go to the car and like fuck in the back seat. Like
No,
why?
literally. I was like, why are you doing this right now? But
Um,
other than that, it was beautiful. He's a beautiful man. I love
uh,
him. I'm
and he
obsessed with
is.
him.
I saw his he did IG posts for
Oh,
Atlanter? Yeah.
Atlanta.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um first concert though. That's crazy a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But Hosier
Yeah,
as a first concert is like
really good.
awesome. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's laid.
It slayed the boots? Did
It
it
slayed
slay
the
the boots?
boots. It slayed the
How
boots.
was it like open amphitheater? Like were you out on the field or like
Yeah, it was an open amphitheater, and my friend actually they had like bought tickets for a different concert. They bought tickets for Doja Cat like a while ago, and they're like, I don't want to go Doja Cat anymore. But they got like the money back, but they had to buy them on tickets. But we got
oh,
pit tickets because they were like, well, I got my money.
you were
So
finna be in the
I fit
pit?
I finna be in the pit. Yeah,
You
we were
were
in the pit.
you were literally finna be in the pit. That's
We were literally in
crazy.
the pit. But yeah, it was an outdoor amphitheater. It was really nice too. Like the weather was like perfect. It was so nice.
The weather has been eating. I don't know if it's been
Did
hot still in Clemson, but it's
Today
been
was the first chilly day. I was like, yeah, it was good today. It was a nice day today.
there has been an autumnal breeze. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
not to harp back on the autumn thing, but like
But she's
I'm feeling
arriving.
it. Like the window has been open recently. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yes.
Waiting for the mosquitoes to die off. Like, still have to wait on that. But I
Yeah.
think They're going. They're
They're
leaving
going. They're
for
on the
sure.
way out.
Doja Cat concert. Have you been keeping up with Doja's um
I saw the Sam Hyde shirt. Yeah. That one I like know I should have been expecting it, but a Sam Hyde shirt wasn't expecting that one. That one kind of surprised me, I won't lie.
it's really getting somewhere. Like it's not surprising obviously because we all know that
Yeah, we
she
know.
was like that from the start, but I've been seeing like breakdown videos on like psychoanalysis on like her personal background and whatever, and I'm like, you guys, I also saw someone doing that for Drake and I was like, these people can't catch a break. Yeah, there was one video of this person who was like tearing into Drake, like
Damn.
about his daddy issues and like how that he wants to be like stepped on by a woman, which is why he can't respect women because he puts out all these disses because he knows that really he should be put in his place. I was like, okay, that was a
Okay.
it was a bit of a read. But yeah, Doja's whole thing. Mm-mm,
Mm,
mm-mm.
mm, 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 mm.
Um, and the 1975 saying that they're not touring after. I saw something
Oh,
that was like they said that they're not going to be touring. They'll stop indefinitely after this like final round of shows and I'm like, "Babe, like that is what touring is. Like you have to release another album. Like am I
before you
crazy?"
can tour again.
I feel like they've been touring for like 2 years straight. Like, what do you mean we're stopping indefinitely? That's what every artist does. Like,
That's just how a tour works. Like, I
that
don't
is that just me?
know.
I don't know. Did you get any merch from the Hosier
No,
concert?
I got some when I saw him over the summer.
Oh yeah.
So, and it was like the same. Well, not this,
Oh
they had
really?
more stuff now, but I like the shirt that I had. So I was like, I'm just gonna keep this one.
Which shirt did you get? The green
I
one?
have, no, I have the like beige one that's like
A
to share
self-portrait?
space with simple
Oh.
living thing, the little flower.
Oh, I have that in the Oh my god. This is actually my only piece of decor.
Oh my gosh, we have match.
It's cute.
Slay, slay. Mm-hmm,
She slayed
mm-hmm.
the boots. I think she slayed those boots. I haven't actually used it because when am I really carrying a tote bag? Not really
You
often, to
never
be
use a
honest.
tote? I take a
I
tote to
mean,
work. I guess that's the only place I take mine.
yeah, I don't know because I'm always just carrying around my backpack with like 40 million pounds of shit in it. Dude,
So fair,
one
so real.
one of my friends picked up my backpack the other day and she was like, "Oh, so that's why you're always walking like that." Like dead ass like bent over like the hunchback of Notre Dame,
That's
like
so kind of
walking down the street.
mean.
Yeah, but I was like, it's just that's
Yeah,
true. That's just fair.
that's just what I have. What do you have in your backpack? What do you keep in the backpack?
So much. My okay, it breaks down on a different day-to-day basis. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm carrying my MacBook, my work computer, and then like maybe that's it. But
Okay.
on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays, I have my MacBook, my iPad for notes for geology, um my cleats, my
Mm,
change of clothes for rugby,
mm-hmm,
and my water bottle always,
mm-hmm,
which is a tank.
mm-hmm.
Um so it gets pretty heavy in there, I would say. But the thing about Tuesdays and Thursdays, it seems light, but my work computer is like a brick. So that really
Oh, it's
contributes to it.
heavy.
It's really large. Oh, and then like charge two chargers for the each
Yeah.
device, headphones, headset with like a microphone for my work calls.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's
That's
maybe
it.
it. Yeah, but it's pretty bad. But the clothes
Yeah.
is what gives it the bulk, you
The
know?
bulk. Yeah.
The
And the cleats.
appearance, the cleats,
The
yeah.
cleats.
And if I was really being for real, I would also pack my tennis shoes, but I've just been
Ooh.
wearing those on the day of, so I don't have to change. or carry 3 pairs of shoes. I'm like, whoa, that's too
Too
much.
much. That's too much.
Oh my god. Um, but yeah, tote bag, no. Tote bag would be helpful if I was like doing social things, if I was like engaging in
Mm-hmm.
restful days off, going to a museum
Mm-hmm.
or things of that
Mm-hmm.
nature. And I'm not ever doing
Right.
that. So,
So real. So
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I show up to that AMC with my whole ass backpack, but every single worker in there knows me by now, and so they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck.
Obsessed.
So they
Obsessed.
go in. I was at the a strange way of life, the Pedro Pascal, Ethan Hawke gay short film, and
Right.
I was just sitting there. Okay, first of all, it was a Sony Classics like showing, so they do two short films. The one with Tilda from like 2020, Slade, and then the new one that just came out, same
Hello.
director. And um these things are 20 minutes long, right? So you would think you would get to the damn theater on time, right? People were walking in
Yes. Yes.
people were walking in 10 minutes into the damn short film. I was
Girl, it's
like
halfway over.
I was like, why even come at that point? And that's after
No, actually.
all the previews in the start. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell is the point? And I was sitting there watching, and my backpack is right next to me, right? There's like so many empty seats, so no one's getting that seat, right? So it doesn't matter. This dude came into the theater halfway through, came like onto my row, and he was sitting like I was like maybe 3 seats down, and he went to the
Mm-hmm.
farthest seat. I think he was trying to find the girl on the opposite side of me, but he came right there on the row to sit. He looked over and he was like, "Oh," and then he like came to sit next to me, got really close to my face, and I was like, "Sorry?"
Fuck are you?
And he was like, "Oh my God." And then he like got up and like went away, and I was like, that dude thought that I was that girl down
That
there.
girl.
But it was just funny because I was like trying to move my backpack because I was like, oh, maybe he bought the seat that my backpack is like sitting in front of right now. And like, I need to
Yeah.
move that. So I didn't say like sorry to his face. I was saying
Uh-huh.
like, sorry, let me move the bag. And then he was like, sorry. And then he left. I was like, what the hell is going on right now? It was like,
Who is this man?
yeah, but besides those two people, the rest was just like homosexuals. Like just
Oh, okay.
the odd homosexual who's going to the opening night showing of this fucking 20-minute long gay movie. Like
Mm-hmm.
me and you are the same. And yeah, it was pretty awesome. But
That's kind of sick.
anyways, if I was going on a normal day, maybe I would take a tote
Anyways.
bag, you know.
Yeah. You can take
Maybe.
a little tote. Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, any other weekly updates from you per se?
No.
Nothing between the
Not
days of
really.
Monday through Thursday before the Hosier concert, nothing happened.
No, I hung out.
I
I
mean,
did.
fine, fine. Keep it to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you want to keep that. You keep your Monday to through Thursday business. I'll just, I'll make something up in my head. Like, I don't know really what's going on.
Literally, like every day I wake up at like 6 a.m. and from like the point when I leave my house at 7 a.m. till like 5 or
hmm
6 o'clock, I'm just going. Like
hmm
I'm just going. And then I get home and I do
And then,
homework or I go to
and then
bed.
and
And
then
then
it
I keep
keeps going.
going.
Yeah.
And then I keep
Um,
going.
and that's just like how it's been.
And
You
that's
know what
how
I
it
mean? That's
is.
just how it's been. You know that one meme of the robot who's like an art installation that's like wiping up the blood on the floor or like hydraulic fluid and it's like pushing it back. She's so tired. Like she's
He
so
so
tired. Like that is really the vibe actually.
obsessed.
What are you gonna do about the Ashniko thing? Are you gonna sell your
I don't
ticket?
know. I I'm gonna like stay up late tonight because I have to finish just like I'm trying to finish all my like homework assignments that are due this
Yeah.
week. And then tomorrow and probably and Tuesday, because usually like during the bulk of the day, I'm like working in my lab when I'm not in my classes. So
Yeah.
like during like daytime in the weekday, I don't do like any homework 'cause I'm working.
Hmm.
Um, but I think I'm probably just gonna take off. They're like pretty chill with me taking off, so I'm probably gonna take off most of tomorrow and most of Tuesday, and then see how it's gonna be like a 30 minutes before like decision.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm not
Because
gonna like if I
you have
sell
to
my
drive
ticket,
all the way out there, right?
yeah, it's in Atlanta, so it's like a 2.5 hour drive. And I don't finish class on Tuesday until 5 o'clock anyways. So I
Oh
would be
yeah.
getting there like right at 8, which is fine with me because I don't
Yeah.
like care that much about being close or whatever, but we'll see. We'll see. Probably
Was
not. Currently leaning towards no, but
yeah.
we'll see.
Ugh, it's rough. That's why I was
It's
like,
rough.
I really cannot that's why I don't think I don't remember what day she was performing, but I was like going to one concert
Hmm.
that is like really doing me in. So I cannot.
Mm. Hmm. Yeah, and honestly, like I didn't listen to her new album all that much, so I don't really know any of the songs off of that album.
When did she drop?
She dropped an
When?
album,
I know, but when?
maybe
I'm
like
trying to.
it was like a while, maybe like 2 months ago. No, maybe longer than that. It actually might have been a while ago. I actually don't know.
I'm looking at it. Oh, I haven't listened to this at all.
No, I listened to it through once and I was like, okay, cool, like this is fun. And then I didn't listen to it
She has
anymore.
Ethel. She has an Ethel feature.
Yeah,
Ethel
the Ethel feature is
feature.
actually kind of baller. That one's good. There's a couple
Why?
songs I really like, but
Her merch is kind of eating though. That's for one thing. That's for one
it's
thing
true.
for sure.
No, and that's the thing too, is I know she would have crazy visuals and stuff, which I know would be
Yeah.
fire, but
And her like costumes and everything always been good since day
yeah,
one.
always good.
Is she not performing in North Carolina? She's literally a North
She did
Carolinian
that's the
girl.
thing is she did a show in North Carolina last week and I almost got tickets to that one, but my friend was going to the Atlanta one, so I was like, okay, like let me just get a ticket
Um
to the Atlanta one. And now my friend is also like, I honestly don't think I can go to the thing either because everyone has midterms this week.
yeah,
But I should have just because last week I literally had like nothing going on school wise, and I should have just gotten a ticket and gone, but I didn't.
damn. That's how you were watching damn Harry Met Sally. You had that much spare time.
I had that much spare time that I was watching movies, which is crazy.
Yeah, which is
I watched a movie
crazy.
last night. That was crazy for me.
What movie?
But
I
yeah.
mean, we can save it for media,
It
but
I was like but I was very, very high and I don't remember
oh,
most of it. But
right.
worst person in the world, the worst person in the world, it was
Yes,
Norwegian.
yes.
I don't
It's
know. Yes.
Norwegian.
Yes.
Yes. It came out in
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
2020, I think. A classic. Um
Classic.
she ate. That movie ate.
She did kind
But
of she did kind of eat.
I would say if you were I honestly if I was high, I would not be able to like take that movie in. Like there's a lot of like meta
Really?
like time stopping and stuff. Well, I'm saying like you
Oh.
watching it high, like
Uh-huh.
were you picking up all the
I think well, because when I started it, I was like, 'cause I took an edible and I was like pretty
right.
high, but I was still like focusing, I was paying attention. And then I guess spoilers for the movie, but after she left the first man for the
Yeah.
man she met at that party, I was
Yeah.
like gone. And I don't really remember that much besides the man got cancer. And I don't remember that much after that.
Oh,
And
okay.
then at the end, there was a man with a baby. And that's all I
Right.
remember.
I get
Hmm.
really mad at myself when I'm trying to watch a movie, but I'm like, whenever I get the chance, I'm like, oh, well,
Uh-huh.
this is usually my leisure night, so I need to
Hmm.
get high too. And then about like halfway through, I'm like, gotta go to sleep. And then I wake up and I'm like, something about a half-finished movie is like the worst thing in the world. Like, I was trying to watch the first Saw movie like I watched the first half of that movie like 5 different times.
You
And
rewatched the first half?
because I always get too high or I fall asleep after that. And so it's like I
Mm-hmm.
never finished it. And I was like, oh my God, this is so annoying. So the other night I was like, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna finish it all the way through because I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to watch it fully before watching
The
Saw
new.
10. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so and it happened again. I fell asleep halfway through, but when I woke up in the morning, I was literally like, I don't care. I'm watching this. And I think this was like Thursday. So I was like
Uh-huh.
watching Saw while it was like Friday morning. I was up at 8 a.m. working on my damn computer. I had Saw in the background. Couldn't eat
Actually, shit.
breakfast. Barely could eat lunch. I was like, what the hell is going
Couldn't do
on?
anything.
But yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay.
Have you seen it? Do you know
So,
the gay
no.
ship allegations? Oh,
I don't know
then
anything about Saw.
we don't
Mm-mm.
have to get into that. Then never mind.
Okay.
But it could be gay if you wanted it to be gay. That's all.
Okay. Okay.
Um, but how was your meditation class of the week?
Limitation. Well,
Wait, is that
I think when we
Tuesdays?
did it, yeah, so I think last week I haven't had
Oh,
another one since last week.
so never
But and I
mind.
might I'll probably miss the one this week because I'm going to be
Oh,
studying for my exam.
oh my God.
And then the week after I'm going on fall break, so I might be taking a 2 week
Whoa,
hiatus, which is huge for me.
whoa, whoa.
It's a big deal for me. So,
That's actually crazy. Are you gonna like do
yeah.
something in the stead of that?
And this,
Like
yeah,
get your
well,
brain together?
I've been trying to not have my headphones in as much. So I have like
Oh,
a new rule for myself that when I'm walking, like walking on campus or like outside or just in between things, I don't have my headphones in.
wow.
And sometimes I do it on the bus, but sometimes there's like heinous characters on the bus and I just need to put my
Mm-hmm.
headphones in. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah.
That's
So
for
I've been trying.
wait, yeah, for me at night, the headphones are out fully, but at
Mhm,
other times in the day, even if I'm like walking around, like on campus, when I'm walking around, headphones are in, but
mhm,
there's
mhm.
nothing playing. There's nothing
Oh,
happening with the
interesting.
headphone. It's like a social cue. I'm like,
So
um,
actually so true.
I'm a normal guy walking around listening to music right now, and I don't know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. Or in the, like, if you're in
I
a
can't hear
tight
you.
space with people, like in a study room or something, or like in close
Mm-hmm.
proximity to people, I feel like sometimes when you have your headphones in, it like makes people feel more comfortable to be there.
Yeah,
You
because
know what
it's
I
like you're not
mean?
listening to me.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you can make whatever noises you want to make, and I'm
I
just
can't hear
here
you.
listening to music. But then I get so self-conscious about the sounds that I'm making that there can't be anything playing because I need to
Hmm.
hear
Because
myself.
that's actually so real. That is so
Literally.
true. That's actually so true. I do that even at the gym
Yeah.
sometimes. I'm like, I'm being too freaking loud on this like machine. Like, am I breathing too loud? And so I have to
Yeah.
pause my music.
Yeah. The paranoia really
Yeah, it
gets to
gets to
me.
you.
Dude, when I get I feel like the best way to gauge if you're like actually too high or like getting high
Mm-hmm.
is when I'm listening to something or like listening to music and the music just gets like infinitely louder all of a sudden. You're like,
Actually,
wait,
so
I'm like
true.
really listening to this music right now.
I'm
Like,
hearing it.
I was on my way to a party yesterday, and so I had a little something before going,
Mm-hmm.
and I was on the train listening to the new Sufjan album, and I was like, wait, I'm like way too high right now
I
listening
actually
to the
can't hear
Sufjan
this.
album. Yeah, so it was really
Yeah.
making me want to go home and go to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
but had to figure that out because
You couldn't do that.
no, of course not.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
But so what's the theory behind keeping the music out? Just like presence?
Yeah, just to like be more present and like there's this my grumpy old man in my meditation gets very annoyed. He's like not annoyed, but he's like kids these days there's always input going in. He like never just sit. He's like the other day I was at the doctor's office and I'm just sitting there, and I look around, everyone's on their phone. He's like, no one just sits there anymore. And so I was
He
like,
low-key had
when
a
I'm just
point.
yeah, I was like, you're so real. And I think I'm a lot better now about just like being alone with my thoughts. But sometimes I'm worried. I'm like, am I alone with my thoughts enough? Like, feel like I need to like process things more. Because I feel like I know some people who like always just have music, always have podcasts. And I'm like, I feel like
Mm-mm.
you're not
Mm-mm.
decompressing your life right now.
No, definitely are not. Definitely are not in any
No.
way. I'm on like both fences of that, like both sides of that.
Mm-hmm.
From day to day, it really depends on the moment. I feel like
Yeah.
the times when I try to like cut everything off is when
Mm-hmm.
I mean when I'm deeply concentrating, like working on homework or whatever, I cannot be listening. I will not be able to do anything
No,
if I'm
same,
listening
same.
to music. It's just not an effective thing.
Yeah.
Um because I just want to sing and I just want to dance and have fun.
So true, literally so true. Like I cannot listen to music because I'm gonna sing along to my little song.
And I can't do that. No. And not even like instrumental music cuz then I'm just like what is that doing for me? Not much.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like a menial task, like something that's boring where I don't have to think about it, sure. Put on a
Yeah,
movie. Put on a
yeah.
like today when I was cooking for like 4 hours, that whole moment,
Mm-hmm.
I was cooking for long enough to get through the entire Just Trish episode with Jeff and Tana.
Obsessed.
Phenomenal episode, by the way.
I haven't listened.
And then the baking gave me enough time to get through. They did like two podcasts within one session. So like the first half was on Trisha's podcast and the second half was like Jeff's podcast. And
Mm-hmm.
so I had enough time to even listen
Listen to
to
both.
both. And it was really like they repeated some stuff, but I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, this is pretty
That's
good."
good.
Um but that was like the perfect environment to play
Mm-hmm.
something extra. But
Yeah.
when you're cooking, cuz it's like
When
what
you're
are you
cooking, you can
doing?
listen to stuff. Yeah.
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 Or
Yeah.
watch something, but not like a TV show that I like or like a movie that I've
Yeah.
been
You just got like something to
dying
put
to
on the
see.
background.
Yeah, background for sure.
Round. Mm-hmm.
Um, do you have like a yoga mat or a place that you do your practices?
No, I have like some stuff. Like I have like a little fountain and I have an area where like my little plants are, but I don't meditate. I like had a period like when I was first getting into meditation, like my freshman, sophomore year, that I would meditate on my own a lot, like in the
Yeah.
mornings. But nowadays, I mainly just go to meditation on Tuesday, and then I just like when I'm outside, I do that. And I try to go like on a hike or go walk outside, like in
Mm,
nature. I would like to say once a week, but it's probably like every 2 weeks.
yeah.
Um, which that's what I do. But I need to meditate on my own more because I don't know. It's like that thing where it's like there's a lot going on and meditation
Yeah.
helps, but I just never have time to do it because I have so much going
Because
on.
yeah, so it's like a catch 22 because when you're talking about
Yeah.
that, I'm like, "Oh my God, like yes, like sign me
Hmm.
up." But then I'm also like I feel like that's the exact problem. I'm like,
Hmm.
when would I
When would
sit
I do
down?
this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
do you have like an outdoor area of your apartment? Like, do you guys have like a porch or something?
No, we don't have like a porch or anything. I just like Clemson has a lot of like the one thing about Clemson I do like is there's a lot of nature spots. Like
Mm-hmm.
we have an experimental forest for like forestry majors and like all of our like wildlife stuff where there's like a
Wait,
bunch of hiking trails. What?
is it
What?
locked off for only the foresters? Oh,
No, no. It's like open to the public for like hiking trails and stuff, but when they're doing like planting like native plants, like sustainable like forestry practices, they work and like manage that forest.
whoa. How big is it? Like
Pretty sick.
forest meaning like it's
It's
huge? Is there like a
there's like
scientific definition of the word forest?
there probably is, but I don't know what it is.
Right.
I'm assuming it's like an ecosystem that's like dominated by
Whoa.
trees and like heavy shrubbery or something like that.
Right.
But I don't know if that's true. But there's like different parts of it. The part that I go to is like it's pretty expansive. It's like I don't know how big it is, but it's quite large. There are many trails, but
Wow.
yeah, it's
Is
nice.
like empty? Do the public are any members of the public on these trails?
There's usually like a pretty good amount of like when I pull into the parking lot, there's like a lot of people there, and I'll pass like one or two people while I'm walking, but like it's so big that like I don't really see anyone, and a lot of people go biking, and I kind of go on trails that aren't very like suitable for bikes because they just go like up and down a lot and all that
Yeah.
jazz. But
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. But yeah, and I don't listen to headphones, and I try to listen to the nature, look
Oh wow.
around, see the
Yeah.
things. Um,
You're
but
seeing
yeah,
these things. You're
I'm
taking them
seeing the
in.
things.
Do you keep
Yeah.
like your log, like how you had to log those freaking bugs for that one project? Do you have like a
No, I
nature log?
I have like an app that's used for identifying nature things, iNaturalist.
Oh,
Shout out to iNaturalist. But I
right.
just do it like if I see an interesting fungi or I see an interesting plant that I don't know the name of, or sometimes bugs. I do really like bugs. I'll take a little picture just so I can figure out what it is. But
Wow.
that's about it. That's about all I do. But yeah, I feel like nature is probably the most like spiritual, like mindfulness thing I do, just
Yeah.
because I don't know
That's
how it
so
is.
environmental scientist of you. Like,
I know. I was having a conversation with my friend, like, sorry, the school year. I was like, I don't know when I became a hippie, but I became a hippie at some point during my college years, and now I'm just here, and I don't know how I got here.
that's actually true because if we think about like your transition into hippiness, like
Yeah.
I feel like freshman, because what was your original major? Was
I was
it
originally a computer science major,
right?
and now I'm like a hippie in nature, so I don't know what that's about.
I think that's like a really good progression though.
No,
That's
I'm
like
I'm happy about it, but I don't know how
when
that happened.
when people ask me like, "Oh, why'd you join the rugby team? Like, why do you go do this or that or the whatever?" I'm like, "It's
Uh-huh.
because I spend 15 plus day hours on my phone or computer a day.
Yeah.
So if I don't have something like mandated telling me to like put everything down and
Be
like go run
outside.
around, I'm probably not going to do it. Like,
Yeah. No, so real. Yeah.
so
Because I feel like mine was like, well, first of all, I was like, I do not want to be in the computer science industry. That sounds terrible.
no.
I do not want to be working like 12 hours a day. That sucks. And also, it was like during quarantine, and I was like, I'm stuck in my room all day on my little laptop doing programming. Like, I need to be outside.
So bad.
I need to be with nature. I was like, and I've always liked environmental stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna do that instead.
Hmm.
And that sounds way more fun. So I did that. But
And that
yeah.
you switched sophomore?
Yeah,
Junior?
I switched at the like I officially changed my major into freshman year, but I didn't start taking classes until sophomore year.
Wow. I like literally, if you would have
Yeah.
asked me, I would have not been able to come up with computer science. Like, I completely scrubbed that from my memory. I was like, maybe it was like, I don't even know. I don't even know what the other
Yeah.
option could have been. But that makes sense because,
Yeah.
but that's, I mean, that would have been a crazy major, anyways, because when, what
I
interests
literally
before?
I think I was just like really good at it and I was like, yes, like I'm good at this. Let me just do this.
Didn't you take computer science classes though when you were at
Like governor school.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Because
did. I like
wasn't that the reason?
Yeah, because like in governor school I enjoyed it, but it was like small classes. It was like chill. It was just about the learning. And then I got to Clemson and they were like, and you need to be doing side projects and going to
Um,
these events and you need to be working on this and this and this because this is what employers want. And I was like, I'm
no,
not doing
no.
all that. I was like, I'm not doing that. I don't care that much. I personally don't know what I even want to do with this. No, thank you.
Nor and I feel like it's a little bit oversaturated. Like maybe not, but in like 4 years probably because I feel like
Hmm.
our class of people, like our grade level and then like
Hmm.
this whole section, there's like
Yeah.
1 trillion people doing computer science. I'm like, do you guys
Yeah. Chill out.
really fuck with that
Yeah. And it's
or
also like, I don't know, at least like in science, like bioinformatics is a huge thing, but a lot of people are just like studying the science or like studying science and then just learning how to do coding. You know what I mean? So it's like a
yeah.
lot of people aren't like majoring in it, but they're just like learning how to do it and know how to do it kind of thing.
Yeah. I
So it's
was
like
like
there's a lot of people out there.
I kind of wanted to learn. Like I was almost gonna take this
Hmm.
political science course that was like a data science
Mm-hmm.
course also, and that had a lot of coding in it. And I'm glad that I didn't because number one, I don't need that course, and number two, I
Hmm.
don't need that stress.
So
Um,
real.
but it was interesting. Like I feel like if I didn't have other classes to take, I would have been happy to take the
Hmm.
class because it is interesting. And I took a web design class one like 2 years ago,
Uh-huh.
um, with the most useless professor of all time, and I didn't learn anything really. So is HTML on my resume? Yes. Yes, yes it is.
Hmm.
Is WordPress on my resume? Yeah, like sure
Hmm.
it is.
Hmm.
But do I really know what's up with that? No, not really.
Oh,
Do I want to be a web
so
designer?
real.
No.
Oh. Yeah, no, I put on my resume like all the language, not like on my resume, but I have it listed somewhere like all the languages I like once knew to like
Yeah.
program in, but I like have since I left the major, I have not touched programming or doing any of that.
Hmm.
So I actually probably could not do anything if you asked me to. I could do like a for loop, and that's
You
probably
could figure
it.
it out. Oh, what's a for loop? For the layman. Is it too much? Don't you don't have to get into it. You don't have to get into it.
It's just
It's
like
like is it like a
it's just like you it's just like a way to like
no, it's
when
okay.
you're
You don't have to
there's like a
I don't know why I asked. I really don't know why I asked. I don't know. That was silly of me. I had a lapse in
no, it's
judgment.
like it's not like complex. I just like do not know how to put into words what it does besides saying it like is a way to I don't even know. I actually don't know.
I don't know
I won't
either.
try.
I
I
don't know
won't
either.
try.
No, it's and that has nothing to do with you, and it's none of my business. So I think we're in the clear on that
We're
one.
fine. We're actually fine.
Yeah, I think we're fine, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Okay.
Also like the gender ratio in the computer science world is like probably the worst thing of all time ever. I saw this video the other day of like I don't know, like it was one of those like someone's holding the phone like asking people question type of videos. I don't even know what they were asking, but I was like, wow, like there was like one person who like a girl who looked pretty chill, like chill
Hmm.
vibes. And then like the rest of the room was exactly who you would picture and I was like, that's really what you're signing up for, which
No.
I feel
It was
bad.
so bad. And like the year that I did it at Clemson, it was on Zoom, and I swear just like being faceless like gave these men some audacity. Like some of them, like on group projects, were so sassy to me. And first of all, let me just
Whoa.
say, like I was good at it. So I was
Yeah,
like, you
yeah,
don't need to be sassy at me because
yeah.
my part's done.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to chill out. And yeah, and there's also like we'll have at Clemson like a comp sci class that's like right before our class. And let me just say it
Mm.
is a little stinky in there when they leave. Like the
No.
girly, not the girlies, the boys, they do not know how to wear
No.
deodorant. It is like you walk in and you do smell it. And it's actually bad.
Why do
It's like not good.
why are you guys in the same
It's
building? Is it
because
just
like
all the
my
sciences?
no, mine's like the agricultural building, but it's like a pretty big building. And so a lot of times, if they like have nowhere else to put a class, it just gets put in our building because we have like so many
Dang.
classrooms in there.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Because you guys are really
yeah.
agriculture. That's like the whole thing. So you guys have
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. I mean, I could get into how Clemson doesn't give us as much money as they should, but
Wait, get into
Sure.
that. What's the tea? What is
I
the
mean,
tea?
it's just like they're trying to like, first of all, too much money into sports, whatever. I get we're a sports school, blah blah blah. But we
Hmm.
were founded as a land grant university, so
Speak your truth.
agriculture comes first. And then they built this fancy new business building, trying to compete with U of SC. But U of SC has like one of the best international business programs.
Yeah.
So it's like, girl, we're not going to beat them. Like, give that
No.
one up. Like, we're not going
Mm-mm.
to beat them. Um, but yeah, and then like we just have like so like for like our labs, we just have like shitty equipment and like the agricultural building's old as hell.
Whoa.
And yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
here's a question. If, okay, you know the Walking Dead premise?
yes.
So, if The Walking Dead were to start, do you think you guys could build a successful commune in the with the equipment provided by
By
your
Clemson.
agriculture area? Is there like enough stuff for you to like, could you imagine like they have a, because actually where The Walking Dead started was in like Georgia. So
Pretty
they could have
close.
gone north and then they found Clemson, the agriculture
Hmm.
school, and there's like some environmental scientists. Do you think you, wait, different question. Do you think you as a person would have like do you think you could have survived through breeding plants or something or like starting a farm?
I feel like I feel like me alone, like
Answer me that.
I could probably do enough to like sustain myself. I don't know if I have the technical skills to like plan to
Oh,
sustain. Like if I had like if
you
I
had a
had
team.
my if I had the CAFLS team, the College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Life Sciences, if I had the
Whoa.
team,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we would slay. Like we would be fine.
You would
It
slay
depends on
that?
how big it was too, because like l land is limited. But
Oh,
together we could figure it out. I mean, like
not in
how
the
big is this
apocalypse.
commune?
The apocalypse land is not limited. Everybody is dying, everybody's
I
dead,
guess
running away.
so.
So you can take as
That's
much
true.
land as you
This is
want. It's
true.
the apocalypse. Yeah. Because I'm at the point where like listen, I'm always thinking in the apocalypse scenario. Okay, you have to have on shoes that are
Uh-huh.
appropriate. Do you think about this on a day-to-day basis?
Right.
You're like, when you get up in the
No,
morning,
actually I don't.
you don't put on your outfit and you're like, okay, now if there was an emergency, I would be totally fine in this outfit. You don't think about that?
No, I actually don't think about that. No, I don't.
That's that's crazy. That's crazy. Who would think like that? Not
That's
me.
what?
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. This is like hypothetical. Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyways, like it's actually really bad because I feel like I'm not even skilled enough to the point where I would be able to like grow my own potatoes. You know what I mean? Like I need to learn. But then I
Mm-hmm.
would maybe I would just like map the stars and make my way to you and then you
Yeah,
could
we'll be fine.
get the food source going because
Right.
but there are a lot of possibilities where like you could just loot the food anyways because there's like shelf stable food.
You could
Um
loot the foods. Yeah.
but that could be dangerous. Sorry, but this is like apocalypse tangent, but
This
your
is good.
major probably like comes in handy for that. Like you could
Yeah.
build a garden. I just don't think I
I
could
could
even grow something.
you could grow something. It's
I
not
don't
that
know.
hard.
I don't know. I had a couple cacti and I had a succulent and I had nothing else and they all died.
Oh. Did you water them too
So
much?
I don't know what I did, to be
Okay.
honest. I don't know. I don't know. Um, when I was like 10 though, I had this was
Mhm.
before you times, but I
For
had a
me.
yeah, I had a pet plant named Gilbert.
Obsessed with Gilbert.
And my I think my mom still brings it up sometimes to make fun of me, but it was literally because she wouldn't give me a damn like cat or something. So I literally started pretending
Mm.
like everything was my pet so that she could feel bad for me and
Right,
provide me
right,
with a real pet and it never worked until maybe many years later. But
right.
he kind of slayed the boots. He was like a large like leafy, I don't even know what type of
Plants it
plant
was.
that was.
A large leafy plant.
No, like
You
yeah, you think
know.
about like in a pot, there was a there and it had big leaves. So what is that? Is there like a standard plant? Is there like a standard plant for that? Like like a we put
Was
them
it
in
like
front
a
it was pretty big. It was like maybe this tall.
like what did the leaves look like?
They Wait, no, 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 no. It had a sometimes it would flower. That should give it away, right?
Oh,
It had
okay, wait, what
white.
flower? What flower?
It had
It had flowers.
but only sometimes. I think they were like
Okay.
white, and they had a little yellow in the middle.
Okay, that's
Wait, but
something.
it was like bulbous. No, is it like a
Was it
lily?
like a was it a peace lily?
Oh, it could have been. Let me Google. Let's get some peace lily plant. Wait. Oh, I think this is what it was. Oh my God.
Hey,
We figured it
we
out. But
figured
that's
it
what that was
out.
Gilbert. Yeah.
That was Gilbert. Gilbert the peace lily.
He kind of ate. I miss
Okay,
him.
Gilbert. Obsessed.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to him. I think he probably like died in one of the moves or something.
Ain't
Rest
that
in
just the way?
peace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like do you like hang out with someone who like eggs this on, or are you the perpetrator of the the Southern grandma? You are?
No, it's me. It's like, well, ain't that just the way? I think they say that in Over the Garden Wall. And I like
Oh,
rewatched that like 3 months ago and I haven't stopped saying it since. But
right.
especially because like I do agriculture stuff now. So half my classes are good old Southern boys. And then also, I just think it's really fun to talk
I
like
think it
this.
is really fun. I do it sometimes to myself, just like
Hmm.
as a practice.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because you have to spice that up. But what's the likelihood of you becoming a farmhand? Like
A
let's
farmhand.
weigh that out, yeah.
Well, I'm like looking at stuff for my gap year and I'm trying to get more into ecology stuff because that's what I did on my study abroad and I really
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed it. So I'm trying to get work experience in ecology and then I'll decide between the agriculture life or the ecology life. So,
But I feel like, yeah, I feel like either way, you're not gonna be like a worker bee. Like if you're going to get your PhD, you're gonna be like writing papers and stuff.
yeah, that's my thing is like I want to do my own research on like the point of like I want to choose what I research, but it's
Yeah.
like when you get to the point and like academia, at least on like the science side where you're like the head of a lab, you're like doing very little of the actual hands-on work. You're just like writing grants and reading
Wow.
over papers and submitting things, and I really don't want to be doing that.
Mm-mm.
So
Avoiding management, like a bad
avoiding
capitalist.
man, I really
Wow.
do not want to be in management. One thing about me.
One thing about you.
One thing about me.
Um,
It's not for me.
yeah, that's kind of hard to reckon with, huh?
Yeah, so
Mm,
I just kind of want to be outside and messing with the plants.
yeah.
And that's what I want to do,
And
which is fine.
that's fine. Is
That's fine.
ecology, in my head when you said ecology, I was thinking about ocean life. That's not right.
I mean, it could be. You could do like marine stuff, but I'm not really interested in marine biology or ecology.
Right.
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 I'm very interested in the tropics. I'm very interested in
Oh.
islands, but
Oh.
obviously it's hard for me to get a job in that. The only place
Mm-hmm.
in the States where you could like maybe do that is Florida, which
Ooh.
I don't really want to go to Florida, but
Florida.
University of Florida is a very good school.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go to Florida, so I don't know about that
Is
one.
that which city in Florida is
It's
University
in
of Florida?
Gainesville.
Ooh. North Florida, right? Is that north?
Yeah, I went and visited because I have a friend who goes there, and I went and visited, and I like the university and I like the
Oh.
city, but I think it's like all the surrounding area is
Yeah,
heinous. So
yeah.
it's just like one little like pocket.
I have a friend who's from Gainesville specifically, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
the way that she talks about it, I'm like, oh,
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 okay, yeah.
very, very North Florida energy. But yeah, probably in the city or like on the campus, it's probably
Yeah.
better.
But like, I mean, I'm gonna take a gap year, and I am getting out of the South. One thing about me, I'm not gonna be staying here. So,
So no Florida then? Or
I
oh,
mean,
for
I
the
might
gap
come
year.
for a gap year or two. I don't know how
Yeah.
long I'll be taking off, but yeah.
Cali?
No, I don't want to go to California. I'm sorry, but they have earthquakes, they have fires. It is a climate change disaster. I
There's
really
been
don't want to be there.
hurricanes every week for the past like month. It's hurricane season. That we have flash floods. Um
But also, like, okay, maybe Northern California. No, I'm not going to Southern California. Like, one thing about me, I'm not
Okay.
being there.
Okay, like sorry for being crazy. Like I was just throwing it out
I'm
there.
so
But
I just like I don't think I would do well in Southern California.
yeah, yeah.
I don't think it's for me.
Speaking of Florida though, did you see Ron DeSantis' little booties
His boots,
with his
do you think they're
major
heels?
heels? Oh
Yeah.
yes. Oh yes. They were like sticking out of the pant leg.
It was
Like
like actually insane.
you could see the outline of the fucking boot all the way up to his knee. He was wearing knee-high boots at the fucking podium. He
And
was
like the
booted.
curve, it like literally was like completely
Yeah.
up. His little toesies were not in there.
No, 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 no,
Mm-mm,
no.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Um, so he did slay those boots, but not
He did slay
any of
that
the
boot
other,
game.
none of the
Mm-mm.
other anything.
No, no,
No.
no, no, no.
Um, so are you thinking, you're saying get out of the US, like you're gonna go far, far away? Where
I
to?
mean,
To
like that would be
London?
ideal,
To
but
Germany?
like it's very hard to like get a job internet. It's very hard to get a job,
Yeah.
and like getting a job internationally also is stressful. So
Because the
honestly, at this
visa.
point, the
Mm,
visa, at this point, I honestly am okay with moving anywhere.
right.
I don't really care that much about where
I
I'll be
feel like
moving.
I feel like you could go to New Zealand or Australia very easily and work.
Yep, but it's like I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'm just worried about like getting the job itself because it's like I feel like I don't know. I just imagine like for a company to hire an international person, like that is probably a lot of work on their end too.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I just know a part of like the student or like it's like some young person visa where you have to do the farm work part of it. I think they might
Mm-hmm.
be changing it actually, but like farm work
Farm
there.
work.
Yeah, but
You can
that's
be
actually
there.
nothing to do with like studying the farm work. It's just like they
Yeah.
need manual labor.
And you know what? That's
But
fine with me.
yeah. Um I want to go to New Zealand so freaking bad.
Me too. I also want to go to New Zealand.
I love that. I love them for that. I that's New Zealand is like listen, if we're going to rank accents, it's got to be Irish.
N- Yeah,
Irish
New
tied
Zealand.
with Scottish, then we got New Zealand right there.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Not to be crazy, but literally
But
like Australia is so far below New Zealand because
really, you think they're that far below? I would put
oh yeah.
Australia right after New Zealand.
No. A lot of people just sound like watered down British.
Yeah,
It's
they're
not
British with
that
a twang.
interesting. Yeah. And then when you get to New Zealand, it's like one step farther removed because they
Uh-huh.
have that like inflection that's like a little bit
Mm-hmm.
more zesty, a little more vowel emphasis.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that for them
Obsessed
personally.
with them.
I'm obsessed with that. Um and then after that, I don't know. We would have to think about it. I think Canadian. Oh, I really like the Brazilian accent because I have a Brazilian friend, and I
Mm-hmm.
just think they have a good accent. That's a good
Very good
accent
accent.
for sure. And that's the end of my ranking. I think that's it. I don't
Okay.
know. It's just
I've been
Hosier, Taika
mm-hmm.
Waititi, My friend from Brazil. That's it.
That's it.
Literally, that's it.
Yeah. I guess I haven't thought about it that much. I'll have to give it more thought.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Canadians just obvious. You can just
They're
tell
up
when
there.
someone's from Canada.
Yeah.
Um, okay, but big
Mhm.
ambitions because that would literally be like next summer, right?
Yeah. I like I've started looking at jobs, but most of the jobs are like I don't know, it's like I can't even apply to them because they want somebody like before I graduate. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna start like applying until next semester.
Yeah, because right now it's like if they're hiring, yeah, it's a little
Yeah,
too.
but yeah, I don't know. I'm like okay to move anywhere, but I'm looking mostly at like Pacific Northwest and Colorado.
Ooh, Colorado could be fun.
Yeah.
Washington, Oregon.
Oregon. Yeah.
Man, we're
hmm
gonna make
hmm
it there one day.
We'll get we have we have to go to Forks like at some point this year. Like we have to make it. We have to do
This
it.
year? When this year?
It would either have to be during Christmas break, which not great weather-wise, or it'd have to be like summer.
Yeah,
Not like this
yeah.
year, like 2023, but like this academic.
That's what I was about to say. I was like,
Yeah.
this year,
Yeah.
like this year is
No, no, no,
crazy.
no. Like academic year wise.
Yeah, I think summer would eat the boots down.
Yeah. But it's like I don't know where we're gonna be with jobs. I don't know how
And
that's gonna
that's
work.
and that's the problem, isn't it? That is the problem. Just working, that's kind of an
It's
issue.
working.
Um, and that's just how we'll have to see. We'll just have to wait and see for
hmm
sure. Um, I don't know. Do you guys get tomorrow off? No, probably not.
No. No.
Yeah, my boss was like, "Okay, everybody have a good Monday off for Indigenous Peoples Day." No, I'm going to
Mm-mm.
school. I'm have
Yeah.
nothing off
I'm still
actually.
there actually.
Um, but that kind of eats the boots.
Um,
Wait, so what even should we even like attempt to go back to the the overarching topic of
oh, my meditation.
yeah, meditation journey?
Yeah. I don't know. We're pretty
Mm,
far now.
it's pretty all over the place. I mean, I would say I had like this weird realization, like when you suppress memories, like something was brought
hmm
back to the surface last week because what the hell? Wait, I was talking to my friend and I messaged her. Wait. Oh, cuz I want to see if you had the same. Oh, okay. So she has this Radiohead playlist that's like how I'm like so far into the Radiohead world now because she like
Uh-huh.
loves Tom York. Like I was idolizing him at age 10, which like really cunty
That's
for her.
crazy.
Right.
Okay.
But I told her I was like I listen to your Radiohead playlist when I'm walking around emo at school because I do that. And she
hmm
was like, "This is like a love letter to me. Thank you. I'm spreading his word." And she said, "I'm spreading his word." And I was like, "Wait." And I texted her, and this, I was like, hi, when I was texting her, but I was like, it like brought something to the surface of my memories because I was like, I literally went to a club in elementary school called the Good News Club about spreading the word of God. And like, you're doing more honorable gospel work than that with this playlist. And and then I
Yeah.
remembered and that brought it all back to the surface because
Yeah.
I haven't thought about this since I was in it, but that's crazy, right? Did you guys have something like that at the
Yeah,
fucking
I was in the Good News Club at McLaren. Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
That's like insidious. Like I think they had them probably at every school, but it was literally like you would get awarded. Like there were some people who would be awarded each time, whatever the club, however often we met. And I was like, I don't even know what the award technically was called or was for, but it was like something, and you would get a piece of candy or something. Like it was like one person each week was like the best
Mhm.
at whatever, but it was like just like saying Bible quotes or something, like learning about like a Bible lesson at like a school club environment with like a bunch of tiny children. Like
Dude,
that's crazy. Do
it's
they still I
fucked.
don't think they do that still.
I'm sure they still do in South Carolina. I'm sure in the Bible Belt they are still doing that.
I mean, maybe. Actually, yeah, probably. But I was like,
Yeah.
cause I remember thinking like they enacted that thing that was like or like recently people have been wanting them to do like prayers or like have a prayer time before school starts or whatever. They've been like talking about that. It's been in the news or something. And I remember like being really angry about that. I'm like, "Oh my God, like why would they do that?" But I'm almost positive that they did prayer time at
I mean,
my elementary school.
they would do like even like in high school they would do like the meet at the flag thing, like on certain
Yeah.
days or like for like I don't even remember what it was, but like where they would like do a little prayer or something.
But I'm like almost positive that I suppressed this entire thing because literally that should make me more mad than like a moment of silence for people to say prayers. But what the fuck? Like, ugh, that's
It's
just
weird.
crazy. It's crazy.
It's
Did you ever go to
crazy.
vacation Bible school
Oh, I was there every summer. I
every
was there every
summer?
summer. Yeah. Oh, I was
Oh my
there.
God.
No, I like until like I like decided I wasn't a Christian, I was a very devoted Christian.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait.
I was like on our youth council. I was in church choir. I did the bells for the church. I was like doing the acolyte crucifer thing because like my family was
Oh
just
my
like
God.
very involved in our church. Like my
Yeah.
grandma was like one of like the founding members, like blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then like in like middle school or whatever, I just like became like aware and I was like, whoa, I've never critically thought about this before.
Became
And I
aware,
started critically
literally.
thinking. I literally
Yeah,
just like started
literally.
critically thinking about it and I was like, oh, I like and then you had the edgy like atheist phase and then you like
Yeah.
come you like chill out after a while, but yeah.
Wait, were you we had the same in okay, in ugh, 6th grade, we had a world history class. Were you in the same we didn't have the same class, but did you have the
But I
same
think we were on the same
teacher?
it was a man.
Yeah,
I forgot his
it was a
name, but yeah.
man. Yeah.
Hmm.
That was my like true awakening.
That was your true awakening?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my origin story. But before that, I think like 2nd grade, I stopped believing in
Wow,
God. So I
second
was like,
grade.
yeah, I think I was like literally like 7 or something, or like 8.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, but I think I just got depressed earlier than that. Like I was depressed for my like entire childhood.
I would
So
I'm that way with anxiety. I was just anxious my entire childhood. But I do remember, like, as a kid, it really bothered me that no one could tell me who God's parents were. And I was like, who are his parents? And like, no one could answer it. And I was like, well, like, I was like, where did he come from? Like, who are his mom and dad? And no one could tell me. And it like really pissed me off as a kid.
yeah, where's your answer to that, huh?
And and
Huh?
today they still can't answer me.
They don't have an answer.
They can't tell
Wow.
me.
And that says a lot about society, you know?
It does.
Um,
I was like, is no one else thinking about this? Who can tell me?
yeah, I feel like I asked a lot of good faith questions when I was a kid, like
Yeah.
really good faith questions. Like if you're gonna sit here and look at me like straight in the face and tell me that a man went into the stomach of a whale, then you're gonna have to answer for the stomach acid because how did he survive the stomach acid? And my
That's so
parents
real.
would literally get so mad. They'd be like why are you saying this, like this is
Yeah.
blasphemous, like blah 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 blah.
Yeah. The dinosaurs got me too. I was like, where the fuck are the dinosaurs?
The dinosaurs, and that's why that class was so crazy because it was like
Yeah.
world history class and we were like
Yeah.
talking about, I think I've told you, this is like my exact moment, it's like a very
Hmm.
specific like core memory, is when we were talking about like Egyptian deities, and everybody in that class laughed. Everybody laughed.
Yeah.
They chuckled. They were like, "Wow, they believed in more than one god." Because that's like when you're in such like a Christian area,
No, so
that's
real.
crazy.
Yeah. No, also I was talking about this. I don't even know if he remembers this, but I have such a specific memory of being in German class with James, and they had like people were like doing the thing where you could like look in people's houses like on the Google
Yeah.
Maps thing,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
could see that James had like a Buddhist statue, and I
Oh,
remember everyone like making fun of it. And I remember James being like, no, like I'm Christian, like that's just my parents, but like I'm
no.
Christian. And like at the time, I didn't really realize how like fucked it was, but I think
That's
about it all the
fucked.
time. I'm like, that is so fucked.
Oh my
Like that is
God.
so fucked.
It's a
But
lot.
yeah,
There's a
it's
lot to
like
unpack.
there was a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
Yeah, the religion in the school system is through the roof.
That's really insidious,
Yeah.
honestly.
Also, I'm taking evolutionary biology right now, and our teacher in class, I don't know if I told you about this, but our teacher in class, we were just like talking about like ecosystems or whatever, and he was
Yeah.
like, "So who's at like the top of like the food chain?" And this man in this big auditorium class just
He
goes,
said God.
"God." Yeah. And our teacher was like, think about on Earth. He was like, I'm like, don't. And my professor's like this Canadian like king.
He said, think about on Earth.
Yeah,
Like
he was like
Earth to
on Earth.
Kyle, Earth to
Yeah,
Kyle. That is crazy. What a read. That's like honestly
no,
an insane read. Wow. Like,
yeah. I was like, king, like, and it's so funny because like I don't know if all evolutionary biology classes like preface this, but when I took it at governor school and when
yeah.
I'm taking it here, they always like the first like class
Mm-hmm.
is like, just so you know, like evolution is not a belief and evolution can coexist with religion. You just
Yeah.
need to interpret it in this way. And they
Yeah.
like have to go on this like 5 minute long rant, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
this poor man.
I don't know. Do you remember when we took it in, was that ninth grade or was it when you were gone already? Because when we took it, I took it before going to governor school, like a biology class, and they
Hmm.
did the
Oh,
same
we took
thing.
it in ninth grade. Yeah.
Yeah, she did the same. She almost like, I don't even know how she had like a slide deck that was like the first day introduction, and like
Yeah.
it was something similar to that, but it was like crazy. I remember sitting there being like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Like,
Yeah.
but they would have been mad. Like the people would have
I get
been,
mad. No, it's so real.
wow. Did you ever have to?
Mhm.
I don't think so. Like vacation Bible school is one thing, but I had to go to this summer camp that was like I don't remember the name, but it was like literally the whole point of it was that you would memorize like Bible verses and you had to repeat them back to someone to show that you memorized it, and that would be how you got points. And so it was like a whole point system, and that was the entire summer camp,
Gosh.
was to get through different chapters of the thing, but you were just memorizing it line by line. And so we would come up with like crazy mnemonics and like you would just be repeating it over and over and
My
over again,
God.
trying to memorize it. Like, is that
It's
not
heinous.
crazy?
That
That's
is
crazy.
heinous. No, we would like memorize like one like Bible verse for my like Sunday school class every week, but like I never did that intense kind of thing.
Yeah, it was pretty, and it was
Mm-mm.
intense. And this is like 13-year-olds doing this. Like,
Yeah, no,
wow.
they really
I
did
can't.
that.
But what denomination was your? Well, you were
I
always
went,
one.
yeah, I went to Methodist, but like, yeah, I went to Methodist growing up, and that's pretty much it. But I did my Pawpaw is a Baptist preacher, so sometimes we would go
Mm-hmm.
see him preach. But
Is he
yeah.
alive?
Hmm.
Why have I literally never hear about that man. I've only ever heard about your grandma.
Yeah, we're like a lot closer to my mom's side of the family, but like as we've gotten older, like my dad's side of the family is so chill and like
Oh,
not
wow.
dramatic. And my mom's side of the family, there is so much like family drama.
Yeah.
So as we've gotten older, like I like my grandma still, but like extended family, I'm like not very close with. But I love going to
Yeah.
see my pawpaw. He's so fun. I love my pawpaw.
Is he like in a different place or is still in
He's in
Florence?
he's in Blackville, South Carolina. Um,
Oh,
mhm, middle of
wow.
nowhere.
Wow.
Wait, I have to tell you, did I tell you what he said
No,
about like drag?
no. But please tell me,
He was like
please.
he was talking about like I guess old like comedy shows in like the 50s or 60s where like they would like cross dress and like men dressed as women for
Yeah,
comedy. And
yeah.
he was like I think it's such a shame that that's become associated with like gay people because it's not gay. It's just funny. He was like and they don't do it anymore because they think it's gay, but it's funny when a man dresses up as a woman. It's like
Why did
I was like I don't know. Like
he like kind of ate with
like
that?
I was
Like
like wait, it's
it's
like
not gay, it's just funny.
yeah,
Okay.
he was like, and I can't even they don't even do it anymore because it's like everyone just thinks it's like gay and it's not. I'm like, you're kind of eating. I don't know.
I need to take King to a drag brunch. That's where King needs to be. King needs to go to a drag brunch right now. Like a comedy show
I'm just,
drag brunch. Like we can get him
mhm,
on that wave. I think he's one step removed from like getting into it. You know what I mean? Like I believe in him.
yeah, because we were I don't know, and he like because he was like a preacher and he still does it sometimes, and like I don't know why we were talking about these things because my sister was there and she was like
Yeah.
openly gay, and my first
Yeah.
cousin is like openly trans. And
Yeah.
he was like, I never really got into how the whole gay thing aligned with Christianity. He was like, and I'm too old now and I don't care. So I'm not gonna read into it.
As you know, as long as he's not being like rude about
No.
it, like just
He's
don't
just like
care.
he
Sure,
literally all
apathetic
he
king.
I know I was like, okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
He was like, that's with you and God. He was like, I don't really care. I
And
was like, okay.
okay,
I
like
was like, okay.
can we bring this sentiment back? Like, oh my God.
I was like, let my pawpaw
Um,
speak to the people. But
no, literally. Okay, well, okay, I think we have to continue this at a different point in time because
yeah,
there's
we
so
got
much more to get
1 minute
into.
left.
We can talk about like the southernness of it all.
We can get
We
into
can
that
talk
all.
about that. But I
We can get
wanted
into
to,
it all.
for media, all I'm gonna talk about is the new
Hmm.
Sufjan album
Okay.
and just say that everybody needs to listen to it. It is really
Okay.
good. It's also really fall vibes.
Okay.
Also, if you're feeling sad, get into it
Listen to
because
that.
it's really sad. Um, and I haven't done anything else. I literally haven't watched anything at all.
Hmm. Yep.
Anything from you? Anything?
No, I was listening to Hosier a lot this week, getting ready for the concert, so I really haven't been
Yeah.
consuming anything else.
Did he perform Abstract?
Yeah, super, super.
Oh my God. Oh,
Yeah,
I watched Saw, and
right,
that's all.
right.
That, of
Hmm.
course. So that was a
Yeah.
successful episode.